This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Betsy.
Marcy!
Are you so excited for our guest today?
I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. He's dancing over Zoom.
Oh, I can't wait. I am very excited because this person, as soon as we met in person, we've only met in person one time, and then it was like a soul connection.
Yes.
That's a big, it makes it sound like we're gonna kiss over Zoom, and we could kiss, we could Zoom kiss.
Oh, yeah.
He is a producer, director, comedian. He directed and co-executive produced Dragnificent.
Ooh,
and he is the host of Beyond with Mike Kelton. Welcome, Mike Kelton.
That's my theme song.
That's a great theme song.
Thank you.
We're so excited to have you.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with the two of you. I told you this, but Funny Feeling Pod, I stan the both of you. And I do want to say, when we met in person, it was like PL energy. It was very past life energy.
Yes.
And I loved.
Although I also got the impression, I was like, I think he probably does this for a lot of people because you're such a big energy. Like you have such like a warm, he's like very comforting, you know?
Oh,
so.
Absolutely. When I first met you, I was like, oh, yeah, okay. This is my friend immediately.
Honestly, guilty as charged. I feel like I've had a past life with everyone I've ever met.
You've been busy.
I've had a lot of lives. What can I say?
Yeah. Oh, there's a motorcycle.
And you know what? Me and the motorcycle, boyfriend. We've also had a past life together.
Yes.
It was very
Connections.
fast.
It was very quick.
So if any of our listeners are unfortunate enough or fortunate enough to have not listened to Beyond so that they can listen to it, tell us a little bit about your podcast, which I love.
Oh, thanks. It is, well, I'm like a spirit girl through and through. I'm obsessed with the supernatural. I've always been into this stuff since I was like a little gay boy watching Charmed and Buffy. I was I was doing my little rituals in my room. Like I always felt like that was me. And like the new season of Pen 15, when there's like a witch episode.
The witch episode.
I lost my fucking mind because I was like, oh, that's me and Tracy Goldenberg in the woods behind the middle school. Where like we literally did that. So Gabe Liebman, I need to talk to him because I'm basically like, I bet we shared like a life together. Anyway, so I am that girl. I just love this world. And I think one reason why I love it so much is because, especially in a chaotic time like we're living right now, the spiritual supernatural world, like a la going into the goop, like new age healing stuff, which I'm like, I teeter on, but I'm more of like spooky stuff. I think like it allows people to open up and become vulnerable pretty quickly. It like opens a door to vulnerability. And I love having those real conversations with people. I love opening up about what I'm going through. And I feel like the supernatural world is like a channel that allows people to have those real conversations. And so that's kind of like, I think why I've learned that I really love this world. But my podcast is a place where I get to explore that world in a real way by like trying to solve my real life issues via supernatural means. So in season 1, I like tried witchcraft. I went to a medium, a psychic. I did a past life regression, Saturn return energy. We dived into the listener's dreams, and it really was like a deep dive into my spiritual practice. And then season 2 was more of like a docu-follow about like kind of looking into like what happens after we die and the effect that like people can have in the afterlife to the people that meant the most to them in this
I
world.
cried a lot in
Me too.
season 2.
Oh.
Me too. I cried literally all the time.
It's so special and beautiful to the journey without like giving it away, because it's like if you had not done it in that time, you would have never gotten to do it. So
I know. And
it's
I'll
really
actually,
beautiful.
I can give you, there's like this like secret update. I just have to tease it. I have to tease it, but there's something I'll tell you after we record that's going to be at the beginning of season 3. But you know, Patrick passed away.
Yes.
So Patrick passed away. This guy I searched for was like, I considered him like a guardian angel because he was like a stranger who just pulled me aside during the worst summer of my life and said something crazy to me on the street.
Whoa.
And like, it was like a prophecy that ended up coming true. It's really, really wild and feels like almost like a Hallmark movie. It's too like beautiful. So I searched for this guy and I ended up finding him and basically like thanking him for what he said to me. And it was a really beautiful, lots of tears experience. And then 6 months later, in this past June, he passed away. And so if I would have waited like even 6 months to start this journey to find him, I wouldn't have been able to like sit, across from a living person and be like, thank you for, being so nice. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it is amazing. And then, so you actually had a request for me that I could not fulfill because I'm a terrible producer of our own podcast, Betsy. I do not write great notes. I'm not organized. So we had a listener story that you just want. I'm just going to cast the net now because I can't remember. And you want it to be in contact with someone, right?
Yes.
That's fair enough. Okay, so I'm going to recap it briefly. And I know you're listening. We had a listener it was a voice memo, right, Betsy?
I think so. The one that you texted me about?
Yeah, it was a voice memo.
I think it's a voice memo.
Where a woman is in her house. It's like a new house in like a new development. She walks into her kitchen and her kitchen is decorated different. And she sees a woman at the sink.
Right. And
the woman at the sink turns around and
is like,
sees the listener, the person who OP, and gasps and then disappears.
Yes.
So we were like, oh my gosh, our listener was that ghost.
Yes.
And it's like, and the reason like, I talked about it on Mike's podcast. It's been one of the most impactful, which is why it's so stupid of me that I don't remember who sent it in.
It's totally the one that I feel like if people are like, what are some of the wild ones? I'm like, this one. And I always remember that one.
Yes. Like, so if you are listening right now and that's you, just send us a little bump email so that I can I want to do a follow-up with you. And if you guys at least remember which episode it is, you guys let me know. I don't know. My brain don't work no more.
It could have been like a year ago or like 20 years ago, man.
Yeah, because
I have no idea.
This time last year was like our 100th episode, right?
Whoa.
That's
Wait,
amazing.
Really?
That's a huge accomplishment. That's amazing.
Holy shit.
Yeah, didn't we do like our 100th special like
with
a bunch of people? Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
Blew my mind.
Wait, time flies, Mike.
No, I know it. Time does fly. So yeah, if you are that person, I think like, I guess I'm like all about teasing people, I guess. I had a very similar dream that almost matched it. And I forgot that Marcy had shared the story with me until I was telling my producer. And she goes, you just told me you'd had a dream that was basically that experience from the listener on your pod. And so she was like, you have to get in touch with that person. And it all has to do with like dimensions or like the Matrix.
Yes.
There's been really, really bizarre things that have been happening to me that like allude to like another dimension.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
I know it sounds so
What?
fucking crazy.
No, I love it. Please get me out of this one. This one
I know.
sucks.
Yeah,
I know.
put me in a different one.
I was thinking like if
Whoa.
there was ever a time to like leave this dimension, it would be now. Like
Yes.
get us the fuck out.
I want a dimension where I have a yard and a pool, please.
Yeah. I want a dimension where I can eat and drink whatever I want and not gain weight.
Yes.
Oh.
I wanted to mention where Andrew and I have a dog with none of the responsibilities of a dog.
I mean, you will never have a better time than now to get an animal because you're home more now than ever, right?
Yes. Yeah, we've actually been fostering for this rescue organization, and it's been great. And like they keep giving us, because we can handle difficult dogs, they keep giving us like the hard ones. You know, the ones that like eat everything and get up on the table.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
man.
for you. That's nice. That's very nice of you.
One of
you.
my best friends at the very beginning of this, like truly the first week of lockdown, decided she was going to foster this pit bull that was like a puppy pit bull that was like about a year old that they found somewhere in Houston in a warehouse. And it's been a journey, but then her older pit bull, who we love, Bella, passed away at the age of 16, which is such a long life. And that dog has lived in 3 countries. That dog has lived in New York and Louisiana and Texas and Amsterdam and Brussels. So that dog has gone all over the world, and she finally, said goodbye. But they have this new guy in their life who's like this like crazy idiot puppy who's wonderful.
That's
and
so
he's
cute.
I think hard, but they're not hard because he's a nice guy, but hard because puppies and stuff are like, until they're like 2 or 3, they're dumb idiots who are like, should I chew everything in your house?
I think I should.
You know what? I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I'm actually going to
only
chew
poop
everything in
your
the
room?
house. And also I'm going to poop in your room, probably.
Yeah, that sounds good. Good.
I might cry all night. Yeah, I'm gonna cry all night too.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that for sure.
Mike, do you know my sweet boy Bo passed away suddenly in May, but now I have 3 other fucking cats for some reason.
I'm sorry for your loss, but also like you still have your hands full.
Oh my god, they're like I'm like looking for them all. They're all spread out over couches, like all over my house. So, anyway, animals. If now's the time to make a panicked animal decision, guys.
I'm very panicked.
Do it.
Panic and then do it right away.
Do it. Panic. Yeah, then do
Don't
it. Then
think
panic
about it.
after.
Yep. That's the best way to do anything right now.
That's all you can do at this point. It's just panic, do stuff, and then keep panicking.
Yeah. And then chew your pills like I do every day. Yum 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 yum
Yum yum yum yum yum yum.
Can you not swallow pills?
Oh, I can.
Marcy,
and I should.
be honest. Wait, you choose to chew?
No, you can't. I don't think you can. I think it would be my Wellbutrin extended would not like I need to swallow them whole. Their
so
time
they take
release.
their time. Okay.
I don't chew them. I'm sorry, guys. Don't chew your pills. It's bad for your teeth.
Well, it's weird. It's weird. I brought that up because I'm one of those people that like I can't swallow pills, and it like. I get as soon as like the pill goes in, I'm like, I just have all these thoughts of like, I'm going to choke on it. And so I have like famously at like a Shaw's in Maine once on vacation, I like took a pill in the Shaw's and like basically threw up in like the pharmacy aisle. Cause I was like, I'm joking. Like I can't take pills.
I know
How
a
do you
few
do
people.
it now? Like peanut butter? Dropping peanut butter?
Like I'm the dog. I haven't tried that, but that sounds like a good option. I think what I do is I try and not think about it, but then I try and take like a bit of water and like put it in the middle of the water. So it's like, so I just feel the water in my mouth and then just do a big gulp, but it's like, it has to be like regimented, and I have to get out of my own way, out of my own head in order to swallow a fucking pill. Like, what a baby. What a fucking baby bitch I am.
Some people just have a really hard time with it. And I will say that method you're using, I think might actually be harder than putting a pill in a dry mouth, because sometimes the pill gets caught and then the water has gone ahead of it.
Oh.
Does that ever happen?
Yes.
I've only done a little bit of water before, because I feel dry. It starts to like...
Yeah, you take a sip, pop it in.
Disintegrate, and it tastes nasty.
Yeah, that's all correct. But you know what?
That's all correct.
I could take a whole handful of them. Glop, glop, glop.
That's impressive.
Amazing. That's a superpower. I couldn't, literally, you said dry mouth, take a pill. My body just like jolted. It was like, no, absolutely not.
You got a death wish?
Yeah.
Man, we have gotten so off track. I wanted to ask you the question that we always ask. I feel like I kind of know it, but we always start by asking, what, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal? But I think you've kind of started down that path.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because it definitely changes. Like, I feel like being a spiritual person into the supernatural, it's not like you're like, I'm Catholic and this is what this is and this is what this is. It's kind of like you're open to experiences. And as you get older and have experiences, or older experiences go away, I think it kind of changes. Like, I think it's constantly, evolving. And so where I'm at right now, I think I've had enough experiences in my life to know that, like, death doesn't mean, when people die, it's not like the end of the being or the energy that they had in their body. And there's some kind of connective tissue of energy, like a source energy that connects all people and animals and plants. And that energy can come back or manifest in an object or try and send a message to people. It's more of like, I guess I really do believe in energy. I guess I sound fucking sick. Like, come to my Soul Cycle class, I believe in energy. But like, I really do. Like, I do. Find me on Pinterest.
But it makes sense. Like, even in physics, like, that's the thing that people are like, well, energy cannot be created or destroyed, right? So that's what we know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is very confusing to me. Then I don't understand what nuclear power is.
You don't, Marcy.
I really don't.
Come on.
Chernobyl fucked me up, man. I don't get it.
Those naked miners, that messed me up big time.
But I think it's also like, I think going back to babies being amazing, it's the idea that like, when like my nephew Reed is almost 3 and my niece Brooke is like, not even 1 yet, but they have distinct personalities already, right? So like, even though they're growing up, like, this is a simple example of it, but like, they're growing up in the same experience with the same parents in the same house. So it's like, they're having the same experiences, but they're innately different. So their energies are innately different, and we're all born with a certain type of energy. Like, this is who we are. Our personalities are from an energy source that has nothing to do, I think, with our, like, the science and chemistry of our body.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah. I've never thought about, like, that's so interesting they're both going through the same raising process. Like, they're in the same unit, but are completely different. I never thought of that, of like, oh yeah, different energies, of course. Whoa. You blew my mind, man.
That's what I'm here to do.
Yeah. Blow. That's like weirdly one of those things that when I'm in therapy and talking, that I want to be like, yeah, I'm sure it was something that happened in my childhood, but also, like, don't you think I was just born this way? Rachel, are you listening? No.
Excuse me, Rachel, what about my energy, though?
I feel like you're really discounting, like, the soul I was born in with, I came into this earth with.
I'm just kind of like meant to be anxious. That's kind of my power.
It's my thing. I've been doing it for like multiple lives. She'd be like, okay, well, it's why do you feel the need to talk about that? I'd be like, ugh.
My
Rachel, your
childhood.
energy's getting in the way of our session.
Just kidding, Rachel, I love you.
We love Rachel. We stand Rachel.
I know nothing about you. You're a mystery. Yeah, so you're kind of just wide open then too, with like, because energy that's a sort of broad, because
I like to keep it broad too, because I also like, definitely believe in science, and like, do not believe. I think when people hear you talk about this, they just kind of jump to the conclusion that you're like maybe a flat earther, and I just like absolutely not. Like I think the idea of energy and a connectiveness, like for instance, I think a lot of science goes hand in hand with spiritual beliefs. For instance, like trees are able to communicate through the ground and through the root system, through like a non-verbal communication. And that science of something that we have discovered recently feels like, if you were to say like 300 years ago, like, I think trees communicate, it's like, you're crazy. But they actually do communicate. Yeah, you're a witch. And you'd be like, yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. Find me on Pinterest. But like, I think that to me feels like a scientific explanation for something that is like energy wise. And so I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm sounding crazy or I'm making more sense.
No, I think that makes sense. I feel like I'm in the same boat, that I believe a lot of things can be pushed and swayed in the world by like our energy, but there are just actual laws to the universe that we live in. And no matter how much the whole world tries, we cannot make gravity stop. Like
Right.
It's going to exist no matter what kind of thing you believe. So yeah, that like science is part of it, but that also like I think the most important part of living is like our experience and how we react to all this stuff. But we have all these other tools that we don't always use to like navigate through this.
And that's kind of like the idea that like we're chatting with like my friend Asa, who's a medium, who's on the podcast all the time. He's like, intuition is something we're all born with, and we all have the ability to tap in, but people ignore it. And we kind of are taught, because of the systems within our culture, to ignore those things, to live in a, capitalistic society where it's all about, money making practices and being in control. But this intuitive side is emotional and creative. But we don't value that as much. And so if we did live in a society where that was like that, maybe the people who were at the top would be, witches and wizards, like, as opposed to businessmen and, stuff like that.
Yeah. Because we talk about that a lot, of just with when little kids see, and it feels like little kids are so much more open and like, oh yeah, I just saw grandpa in the corner, he's cool. And it is that thing of like, oh yeah, they haven't had society be like, no, that's fucking weird. If you keep saying shit like that, you're gonna be a freak or whatever.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's exactly why I feel as open. Definitely I think ghosts came before woo-woo came. Like woo-woo was a coping mechanism in my 20s, but ghosts were like fascination early on. And it's because I had parents who, if you said, I think there's something in here, they'd be like, what did you feel? What was it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
they didn't shut you down automatically.
No, they'd be like, oh yeah, you got to watch out. My mom is the first to be like, you need holy water. I'm like, for everything? For all the things? And you do. So
you're like, I'm actually drinking it right now. So we're good. Betsy, what about you? What's your experience with your family growing up?
I love we have another interviewing podcast.
I'm sorry.
No, do it.
Great.
I never let her talk. Yes.
Yeah, I just kind of chime in now. You got to talk a bunch, Marcy. My parents, so raised Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that immediately being like, okay, the devil's real. There's demons. There are ghosts. Like, very much into that. And my parents liked just scaring us anyway. So I think they really enjoy the world of like ghosts and spooky stuff.
Oh, so they were good Catholics.
Yes. Yeah, they're chill Catholics.
They like to scare their children.
Yes. And with funny ghost stuff, not just that's the devil.
Mhm.
So yeah, kind of like it was always for me just like, oh yeah, I think ghosts are around.
Mhm.
I think they're ghosts and stuff, but I don't want to see one, but I'm pretty sure they are. And also I just have from day one thought it's the most fun thing of like, ooh,
Mhm.
ghosts are fun. Like the supernatural's so fun.
Yeah, it is so fun. It also opens up a world where like anything could kind of exist.
Yeah.
Right?
So like storytelling wise, it's kind of like, I guess, sure.
And
Now-
through this podcast, it's opened me up even more to like, because I've always been kind of like, oh, with like psychics or media, just kind of like, I don't fucking know, or like tarot cards even. But now I'm like, oh, it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of this is pretty cool and fun. I'll
Yeah.
dip my toe in there. Yeah. Yeah.
I will say that 2020 has my belief in psychics has been tested.
Oh man, me
because
too,
I'm like,
man.
hey
Because
guys,
no one saw this coming.
and I, some will be like, I saw this coming now, and I'm like, you really needed to be a little more specific a year ago then.
Yep.
Because if you saw it coming, then you should have just given a few, like, just been like, get some hand sanitizer. You're gonna really,
You're
you
gonna
really
really
need
need
that.
Yeah, I feel like I saw an article that was like, why didn't astrologers predict coronavirus? Like they all got it wrong. And that was really interesting to me. I feel like it's such a huge shift that's happening right now. It is kind of like, what the fuck? Why did nobody bring this up? But I have been hearing a lot about like a shift in perspective and like the age of Aquarius and kind of like a huge like dimension, talking about dimensions, like a dimensional shift into a new era. And whenever there is a big change, like I think I used to think of it like amazing, like it's a renaissance and everything is beautiful, but actually change throughout history in cultures has been very difficult and there's been a lot of destruction before there can be like beauty and
Yeah,
art, I
it's
guess.
volcanoes and wars.
Truly.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah. And
you
like
want
plagues.
something different? You gotta
And
have an
plagues and pandemics.
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
That's true. I have heard that a lot, but especially like the past few months, I have thought that any psychic who thinks they're going to be accurate right now, good luck. Things are moving too fast. There's just too many things.
too much going on.
It's a lot
And
of
everything is like the most important thing. That's what's so stressful is like every morning I look at my phone and I'm like, I can't even imagine what it's going to be. Like,
yeah.
Right.
anything I would
Right.
say, it's going to be worse than that.
Right.
Until Trump got COVID. And I was like, this is fun.
LOL. So sorry for it. Last week I was really sick, so I had like a pretty high fever, like topping at 103 though. I wasn't needing to go to the hospital, but it was for like 4 days of last week. And when you have a high fever as a grown up, I'm sure kids feel that bad too. But I was like, I could not function. It was just like chattering, chill. Huh?
You're cooking.
Yeah, my insides
Your
were
insides are cooking.
You were cooking. Yeah.
But I have no idea what happened last week.
Did you get tested?
I did. It was not COVID. So it was just something else terrible.
God, that's so scary.
But
It's so, really scary.
it was terrible because I was like, I don't want to go to the hospital now, but I'm fine. But point being, I didn't look at my phone very much, and I was not stressed out about the world because I was trying to live.
I started a goal with my therapist to not look at I'll check emails when I first wake up, but not look at internet and social media until afternoon.
Ooh,
And it's been awesome.
that's
Because I would usually wake up and just scroll, and then just feel shitty and angry and stuff. And it's been really nice, like having mornings to where it's like, cool, I'm not allowed to look, so I'm going to do all this stuff. And then I look and I'm like, Yep. Okay.
Still sucks.
Still
Yep.
sucks. Move on. It's been very helpful if you're looking for
That's a great tip.
to kind of.
I might try that. I
Okay.
honestly might try that starting tomorrow. I think
Yeah.
it's like, it's just overwhelming. It's like the waking up that's overwhelming. It's just like, as soon as you look, and then I kind of pop into this thing I'm working on, and then I'll check throughout the day. But maybe I did actually mute Facebook at the beginning of the pandemic, and that was amazing because I
Yeah, I
haven't
bet.
like, all the relatives that are posting really crazy things. I just like, I don't even know it. And it's like, and I know it's definitely like a cop out, but it's been really good for my mental health. And
I
Yeah.
deleted it in a grief. I
Yeah.
I
deleted
downloaded my
Facebook.
information and was like, sayonara, bye bye. And I haven't felt any need to go back because I was able to download my pictures, and that's all that really matters. Because you gotta get those throwbacks,
You need those college pics being like, I
Gotta
had
have
fun.
Look, improv.
Yeah.
Also,
So
for
my-
the record, I am wearing shorts. I know I just like picked my leg up and it looks like I'm naked, but it's good to know.
Prove it. There they are.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
he's got a. It hits mid thigh.
They're very short. They're like
Well,
5-inch bonobos.
You're tall. You're so tall. Okay, we haven't even started talking about any of your experiences yet, and I
Wow.
know you're gonna like hit us with some.
Yes.
Oh, baby.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so I guess the first one I'll tell you is it's the first like I think real experience that like shifted me, right? I was like, okay, there's something going on. I was and this is it's like kind of a like more like kind of sweet and maybe sad, but it's all good than like scary, frightening.
Mhm.
But so I was a sophomore in college, and my grandpa, who I was really close with, was in hospice care, and he was basically like, it was that thing where it was basically like, oh, he's going to die in the next like couple weeks. So my family and I were going down to visit him every day. And it was August right before my sophomore year of college. And so I kept kind of like prolonging my trip back to Michigan, where I went to school at U of M, because I was like, I want to be here when my grandfather passes away. And eventually, it was like, you have to go because classes start on Monday kind of thing. And so I ended up going back to school knowing that he was still sick. And, I said goodbye to him and did the thing and blah, 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 and told him I would wear it. He like dressed up as Santa and like roused us grandkids. So I was like, Grandpa, I love you. And don't worry, I'll dress up as Santa, which like I have done. And like, honestly, I'm really good at that. I'm like a really good
Incredible
Santa.
at Santa.
Santa was always meant to be like a 6'4" gay man. Like, absolutely.
That's my
Anyway.
Santa Claus for sure.
I have like big Santa energy. Like, it's fun. Anyway, so I went back to school and I lived in like a small 1-bedroom apartment off campus at like, it's Ann Arbor, Michigan. So there's like a bunch of old, beautiful, but creaky Victorian houses.
Yeah.
And I'm in this 1-bedroom out in the attic of one of these old Victorian houses. And so like I'm back at school a week. I called my dad every day to check in on my grandpa, and he was still, doing the thing he was doing when I left. And this one night, it's like my first week in this apartment too. And just so you know, I had like some furniture in this apartment, and it felt cool because I was like 20 and I like lived in an off-campus housing. It was a really cool feeling to feel like,
Yeah.
oh shit, like I'm an adult. This is cool. But I did stuff where like I made sure to lock the door. Like I was very like scared of like, like life happening and like, what if someone breaks in? I'm 20. Like, what will I do?
Yeah.
And so I was like, I was conscious of all that stuff. So I go to bed this one night and I wake up to the most specific sound of hearing someone walking on the plank floors of my apartment. And it really was like, I heard like step, creak. And I immediately was like, bitch, I gotta fucking go get that asshole. Like, I'm just like, immediately, I'm like, someone broke in and I'm gonna get this. Like, I'm gonna get him. Like, I just was like, I like mustered up the courage. I was like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna fucking get him. And so like, I think I like got out of my bed. I think I probably grabbed like, I don't even know, like my phone, my chocolate phone. Like, I don't even know what I could use as a weapon, but I walk into the living room, like knowing that like there's a person in my apartment, and I just walk into the living room. It's very small. So it's like bedroom, living room is the kitchen, and there's a small bathroom. And I like yell, I'm like, who the fuck is in here? I'm like acting like a brother. I'm like, who the fuck is in here? And then I like look around, and it's super small. So like the moonlight's shining through. It's like basically like light in the living room, full apartment. And I'm like, oh, there's nobody here. I'm like, there's no one in here. And then I look in the bathroom, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I must have just dreamed that I heard that, and then woke up and then looked in the living room. So then I go back to bed, and then I wake up again to the sound of the toilet flushing. I'm like, now there's definitely someone in my apartment because someone's flushing the goddamn toilet. And so then I get back up, and I'm like, I can't believe they tricked me. They must have hid. And I run into the living room, and I'm like, I'm screaming. I'm like, who the fuck is in here? Get the fuck out of here. And I look around again, and there's nobody in the apartment. And now I'm feeling that shit. Like I'm losing my mind. Like this is the moment when I realize that I'm losing my mind, you know? So I go back to bed. I calm myself down and fully go back to bed. And then one last time, I wake up to the specific sound. You hear it, like, you know, refrigerator opening. It's like you hear the suction being like, it's like, it opens. I hear the jingle of like bottles in the door. And then as they jingle, it's like, foo, foo. And I'm like, okay, there's no way you could make up this sound.
Right.
This is happening. There's someone in the kitchen. Who broke in, and who's in my kitchen, and what are they making in the kitchen, you know? And so then I finally am at my like most aggressive. I'm like channeling my brother. I'm the most like aggressive, like alpha male. And I'm just like, who the fuck? And as soon as I go into the living room, I'm like screaming. And then I'm standing in the living room, and a rush of like cool water energy like goes down my entire body. And in a moment, I go from like being the most anxious and like aggressive to feeling like I just meditated for an hour in a second.
Whoa.
And I just stood there, and I'm like, I stood there basically like, it's like I was fucking Alanis Morissette in the Thank You video. You know what I mean? Like naked, walking with my hair covering my tits. And I'm like, everything is fine. I'm like, everything is good. And then I knew it was my grandfather, but I couldn't like talk about it. I just was like, I was like, he's here. Everything's okay. Go to bed. And I just like walked like back to bed and just went to sleep. And then I woke up the next morning, and I was like, what the fuck? It felt like my own, like, you know, A Christmas Carol. I was like, last night was like such a saga. And then I woke up and called my dad, and my dad starts the conversation by telling me that my grandfather had passed in the middle of the night that night.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's incredible. Because did you have any other moment, like unexplainable moments in that apartment after that?
No, never. Never. That was it.
Whoa.
He just needed to pee and grab a snack
That's
on his
it.
way. Oh my gosh.
It's wild, because even as I'm telling this to you now, like 14 years later, I still remember feeling like this can't be happening.
Yeah.
Like this cannot be real. And then waking up and being like, it's real, bitch. like that sound you can't make up.
Especially like you hear it once, you hear it twice, and then a third, like just that would make me feel so afraid. Like,
yeah. And I was alone too. I was like, you know, I'm young, and I was like, someone's going to kill me. Like someone's breaking in. I just was like, it was like fight or flight energy. And it was so surreal, because the moment I was like calm with it, that to me was maybe the craziest part, was going from the most scared you've ever been to the most calm in the matter of a second, and being like, I'll go to bed now. Like,
yes.
What is that?
It's so yes, something is so interesting that you can be so amped up and scared, or even like the idea that you're like, I don't think this is a ghost, I think this is a person, and then to be confronted with like, no, I think it's something sleep.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
I've never heard of that. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
It was wild. And I share that story on my podcast, and I've had listeners write in that they've had dreams about their grandparents, and a lot of people say that their grandparents are almost like spirit guides for them, like looking over them, which is really sweet and comforting to know.
Yeah.
But even seeing like my dad and my mom become grandparents to my niece and nephew, there's a really sweet connection, because there's a lapse in generation, right? And they almost like look after you from new eyes. It's not like parents where you're like constantly worried, like, oh, will you live or will you die? It's really like, I want to help guide you. And like, it's a sweeter connection. And it gives more context to the relationship that I had with my grandfather, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. It is incredible watching your parents become grandparents.
Like, they're so much nicer, and you're like,
yeah.
what? Why?
Yeah.
You like
You're
them
sneaking
better.
them treats. Come on.
Yes. Everything
like,
they do wrong, they're like, I love it. And you're like, you didn't love that when we did that.
Yeah, I was going to say that, like,
on.
I feel like with grandparents, it's like with parents, the children are a reflection of them, and with the grandparents, they're like, ooh, who are these people? They're more interested in who the children are and less like what it says about them.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whoa.
Jerks.
Assholes.
Have you had any other experiences where you're like, oh, that's my grandpa?
Yes. I mean, not like not that specific to like those things happening, but I have had moments where I felt like he's with me, and or like I'll do like sometimes like a new moon ritual, or do like, if I'm in a lurch, I will like pray and kind of pray to like, sometimes I'll ask for his guidance, and that's been really helpful, because I feel like he'll be with me in that moment. And I also have a picture. I have a picture in my office. I try and like surround myself with, pictures of family and stuff. And this is a picture of him. He had an ice skating rink.
Oh, cool.
Oh my gosh.
That's him like doing the Zamboni
That's
in
so cool.
the Bronx.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like in a way, like even if he's not like technically his energy's here, he's like always with me in a way,
Yeah. That's so
awesome.
nice.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so that's my sweet story. But I think like I feel like I believe in synchronicities too. Like there's like things that will lead to something, and it's always like, sometimes you're like baffled by what someone will say to you and how it like relates to something else. And also in the season 1, I was like, I really wanted to do like a haunting episode, because I'm like obsessed with hauntings.
Yes.
And so I was doing a Facebook Live. I did this series for MTV. I did a Facebook Live series for like a year and a half, and we did one for like, I don't know. We just tried to look at hashtags for the week and like do a live off of it, because doing a new show weekly is something no one should do. But we looked at like the hashtag of like Bargain Shoppers Monday or something. I don't fucking know what it was, but I was like, let's go to like a thrift shop and shop. And so my producer, like,
that one, by the way, fucking scary, I thought.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this story I'm about to tell?
Yes.
Yeah.
So did I just ruin it, guys? Oh, sorry. It's going to be scary.
No, it's really scary. So my producer had another thrift store locked in, and we were supposed to go. And then the morning of, she was like, oh, last minute, it got canceled. And I was like, oh, we should cancel it. She's like, let me try and find another one. And last minute, we found Cure Thrift Shop in the East Village, which I had been to before. It's like a very famous, a lot of NYU students go to Cure Thrift Shop. And we've never really had tech issues for the live show that I did for a long time. And that's crazy because like you should have tech issues, but really nothing happened until this one live where I was shopping. And as soon as I got to the back, well, I did the whole live. It was fun. I met the owner and like, I was like, what's your sign? I like feel your vibe. And, I think she's a Pisces, but I was like, I'm an Aquarius. She's like, I could tell you were an Aquarius. And I was like, we were vibing. We loved it. And then I was like, I'm doing a podcast about this stuff. And she was like, well, here's my card. I feel like we have to chat eventually. So I took her card and her info. And then as soon as I got into the car to go back to MTV, my friends started texting me and they were like, your voice on the live you just did was really weird. And I was like, what do you mean it was weird? They're like, it like sounded like a demon. And I was like, are you fucking serious? And so I go back and watch the video and literally as soon as I go to the back of your thrift shop, my voice drops like 2 octaves. It's literally like you see me be like, okay, everyone. Yeah. And like my voice gets high when I'm like hyped up. So I'm like, hey guys, welcome to MTV. Like it was like that. And so as soon as we go to the back of your thrift shop, my voice is literally like, look at this shirt over here. This is a nice shirt. And it's like fucked up. And you can literally go and listen to it. It's like proof is in the recording that like still exists. So I looked it up and I was like, this is weird. So immediately I emailed Liz, the owner, and I was like, hey, this weird thing happened during the live where my voice changed. And she wrote back right away and she was like, yeah, we've been having some really weird like experiences and people have been writing to us saying that they've seen hauntings and like seen apparitions in the store. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? This is crazy. So then I called Asa, my friend who's a medium, and I told him and he's like, I should come and we should do a cleansing. So then I emailed Liz to follow up. She didn't respond for like 2 months. Ooh. And then finally she responds after I'm a crazy producer and I follow up like a badass. And I'm like, this is my 10th email. So sorry, just pinging. And she finally writes back and she was like, I didn't think I was supposed to do this, but something happened recently that makes me think we have to do this. Are you available like on Wednesday? And I was like, absolutely. So me and Asa went to Cure Thrift Shop. We were sitting in the thing and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Asa's like, did you have an old employee who worked here who took his own life? And literally Liz is like, yes. And Asa was like, is an M? And she was like, oh, I won't say his name because we blocked out for the pod. But M said the name. And what we realized is there was an energy and there's articles to prove it about this person who took his own life. Before he died, he was doing satanic rituals. And his mom said he was trying to like connect with demons. And he did. And his shrines were found in the basement of Cure Thrift Shop.
What? I'm covered in chills.
His energy, and he was a tormented soul. Like he really was struggling with stuff that is real and like he was struggling with real things. Yeah. So it's like, it was so dark and real and you could feel the energy. Because as soon as you went in there, it felt like you were being like, there was pressure on your neck and the way he killed himself was he hung himself.
Oh. Whoa.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's
and that is so wild of like you weren't even supposed to shoot there.
Exactly.
Like, whoa.
I'm so curious as to why the owner hadn't sort of maybe thought that might be going on. Like, I guess she
didn't want to. She actively tried to like negate the experience because she was trying to like move forward and just be like, it's not happening. And when there's an issue, I think that about this all the time. I'm going to try to make sense of it. When there's a real issue in your life, you try and like push it away and focus on other things because the moment you actually deal with it, it's going to be a hard thing to deal with. And so like, you find other issues, like reality TV. It's like all those housewives women, they find other issues when like really it's like alcoholism or like these things, but like they push it away. And so Liz was basically being like not that, but like this thing, and maybe the water pipes, and maybe this thing, or this old employee, but like it was that. And as soon as she like acknowledged it, we did a cleansing, and you could like, to be respectful, we like really let her do it, but you could tell it was like really impactful because she had been psychologically not like acknowledging that too. And so that was feeding the dark energy, was like her being like, it's not real, it doesn't exist. And that was like allowing it to exist, basically.
Whoa, yeah, of course.
Wow.
Whoa, that's
because a lot
incredible.
of our trauma, I think a lot of our like trauma and mental illness and things we go through, like if we hide it, it festers and it gets bigger. Dude. And I think about that a lot with like the spirit world, is when you ignore it, it gets bigger and has more of a control and presence in your life.
I mean, look, I don't think that taking antidepressants like made things happen in my life. I think my decision to confront that part of my life that had been like weighing me down for 33, 34 years, whatever, to like finally be like, hey, this isn't right and I don't deserve this. That made everything in my life like, I like have a 180 today from where I was the week before I asked for help.
That's a good example of like acknowledging things brings light to it, which also gives you the power. Like Brene Brown says, like labeling things, like you have to name things in order to like have control over them. And it's like, that to me is symbolic of the spirit world. When you actually shed light on issues and darkness, you can see it for what it is, which means you can deal with it. But when you push it down, I mean, exactly what's happening now. Yeah,
that's been a big thing I've been working on in therapy forever, is that like shoving down my feelings and stuff and being like, you're gonna feel so much better when you just let them happen. And it works. I'm still working on it, of course. There's still
it's
stuff
hard
where I'm like, I can't talk about it, but I'll get really mad when the trash isn't out. Like shit like that.
Just blow up on other things and you're like, it's actually about this.
It's the fucking traffic. It's always the traffic.
But it's like, it's an exercise to do that, to constantly be checking in about what's really going on with you. And if you're a person who does it a lot, sometimes it can be very disruptive to people who are not willing to do that.
Yes. Yes. Well, it's like as soon as you're around someone that's very open and free, you feel the most insecure, because them being open and free means they can quickly spot people that are not. And so it's like that brings out all your insecurities and you feel the need. Like whenever I see a friend that's in a really good place, I'm always like a little bit like, it points out that I'm not in the best place, and also kind of like vice versa. So I think it's helpful in that way. Like you can gut check yourself through the people that you're around.
Yeah. I think it's interesting to take stock, because I think sometimes that can filter itself through like jealousy or envy, when maybe it's not exactly like I want what they have. It's more like I want what I want.
Yeah.
I want the ability to have what they have in myself.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting deep.
Wow. I mean,
I love it.
Yeah, but I do think the spirit world and hauntings is like Netflix has The Haunting of Hill House. I think there's a really good cross section of mental health.
That season especially.
So good.
It's like they're haunted by things that in life they could not handle. Like it makes so much sense. Like, and I totally believe that is what a lot of like, I don't know, haunting in life is. It's like this thing that's hung up. on this place, this emotion, this thing.
Well, this might maybe be another mic drop, blow your mind, but something I've learned through doing the pod and being friends with Asa is sometimes apparitions or, ghosts can actually tap into people's trauma and visit people that they shared their trauma. And if it's like unresolved trauma, so if you share a trauma with a spirit in a space, they can actively connect with you. And that's why you'll see them, because you experienced something really dark that they also experienced.
Whoa. And that makes so much sense too. Like if I was a ghost, I would totally be like, oh yeah, you know what I'm going through. I'm clinging on to you. Like, whoa.
Well, it would be like attracted to the feelings. Like
exactly.
Yeah, like you are feeling this. I can feel, because I've heard that before, that sort of the reason why we get scared by ghosts or they like pop up in the night, because I believe they could be anywhere at any time. It's not like, but it's because there's a little they get a little juice from the fear. They get a little jolt. Makes them feel good and nice. Yeah. So they're like, okay, because it's not like the fear, it's just an emotion. It's like, okay, if we can elicit this, then I get a little something from that. And if you're feeling, I think especially with, like we said, like with like other mental illness like that, the person in the thrift store, it's like things are more attracted to that high, that just thick or frequency that is the energy of like sadness, depression. And although like people are like, that's low vibrations, it's like, yeah, but it's heavy.
It's heavy. It's low and heavy. And it's also like misery loves company. And I can't help but think about like a situation, like let's think of like, I don't want to like make it political, but if you think about a Trump rally, right? There's a lot of people that are like actively kind of, I think Trump, it's pretty widely agreed that Trump like incites a type of feeling in people that, is not the most positive. It's not people being like, we love everything. It's a lot of people being like, we don't like these things. Yeah. And so that creates a communal feeling. And I think that, when you can relate to people in that, like, oh, you think this too? Like, do we hate something together? Let's be together all the time, because we can always hate that thing together. Yes. And like, that's the connection. And I think it goes with joy too. I think when you meet people that are, think about hobbies, when you meet someone that's obsessed with, let's say like gaming, you really want to hang out with them, and you're kind of connected to them. Like the two of you connected with these things. You spend time. If one of you were dead, you'd probably haunt the other.
Bitch, get ready.
You're going down, dude. I'm toilet haunting you all the time.
That was me taking a shit. Thank you.
Oh, what's that smell? Betsy!
Yeah, I got you.
Is that one of your scariest hauntings, you would say? Or the experiences?
Yes, because I think understanding the reality behind it, like, and reading those articles about this person who really was tormented, it gave a research and like a history behind something that felt so, out there for everyone, being like, it felt so dark. I felt like I was being choked. And like, I've heard that before. I've seen that, in every Travel Channel ghost hunting show, but then to actually put an article to it and put a name to it was like, holy fuck, this is not just people like me that are like, I feel things. It's like, this is coming from a place with an energy that already existed. Like, this is kind of, in my mind, it was like the most proof you could get of these things was that.
Right. Yeah. Like even just your voice recording differently. Like that's such, and that it is, there's so much proof there.
You even said like a lower frequency, right? Like dark energy hauntings is like a lower frequency. A lower tone is a lower frequency than a higher tone, right? So like if that energy was in the back of Cure Thrift Shop, it took my audio and like affected the audio by lowering the frequency of the audio.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's definitely the scariest.
That's fucked up.
And I remember sitting there just like sweating. I'm like sweating, and like we're surrounded by all these antiques that like have a story of their own and an energy of their own. And this owner, like I don't think Liz knew how deep we were going to get. Like I think she maybe thought I'd come in with a medium and we would be like, la la la, like it's better now. But Ace is so good. He was like, did this happen? He's like, I'm sensing this. And he's like, it was so crazy to be around someone that's like feeling the dead.
Yes.
Yeah. I am so fascinated by Asa. I don't know nothing about him, but I'm.
He's amazing. Mm-hmm. He's amazing. You know, people you're like, I'm fully in. I'm fully in.
Yeah. Because he doesn't seem like there's something so grounded about him when he's speaking. And sometimes I've known some mediums who are not as in, they're kind of a little more in the other world a bit, especially when they're channeling or seeing something. But he sounds like firmly like he is here, and it is not like he is not out of body. He is, like he's grounded and rooted.
He is like of this world. He understands this world. And he always like kind of talks me off of the ledge. I'm like, oh my God, this. He's like, actually this. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you.
That's so nice.
But yeah, it's the best thing to do is like have a couple glasses of wine with him. And then he talks about other dimensions and like because he thinks like, I believe in past lives. Like I believe that we've been here before and, kind of reincarnated with the same people to learn lessons. And he believes that that's true. But your memories of past lives in this life are only particular to this life. So your last life, the past lives were different because there's I can't explain it right, but it's like other dimensional, I guess. It's like, yeah, I guess.
Whoa.
There's things happening simultaneously.
Exactly.
And it's really hard for us to have wrap our minds around, right?
1,000. I mean, 1,000,000%. I couldn't even try and begin to like explain this in a coherent way. But when he does, I am like, it makes sense.
Yes. Yes.
I get it. Gosh, I don't want to take up your whole evening. So can I just ask if you have some time to listen to a listener story?
I would love to, yeah. And also, like, we should do this again. I feel like I have more stories. We should do it again. But Andrew's already started cooking in the kitchen, so
I hear some chopping.
He's doing a little chopping. But yeah, let's definitely listen to the thing and then chat about it quick because I love you both, and this is so fun.
This is so fun.
This is so fun.
Pull it up.
Hi, Betsy. Hi, Marcy. Love your podcast. I just wanted to tell you guys 2 of my stories. One is paranormal and one is, I don't know if it's paranormal or just falls into the realm of weird. The first one may not be paranormal, but I was a teenager and I was at my mom's house and I had just gotten out of the shower and I was standing in front of the sink and the mirror, wet and naked, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there was nothing plugged in. The electrical socket that was a couple feet away made this big loud zort noise, and then this ball of like blue fiery electricity floated out of the electrical socket and over to me, and it then rotated slowly. It was about the size of a golf ball. It rotated itself slowly around my body from my waist all the way up to around my head, and once it was above my head, it just dissipated. And I just remember standing there terrified because I didn't know what it was, but it was obviously electrical, and I was terrified that I was going to get one hell of a burn. So I don't know if that was ball lightning or St. Elmo's fire or what it could be, but it was crazy. I've never seen anything like that beforehand and never since. My second story is about a time that I saw a ghost. I was 17, and my boyfriend and I were getting ready to go away for the weekend. We were at his house. He lived in this great big house that his grandmother owned that had been converted into 3 apartments. The top floor was the big apartment where my boyfriend and his family lived, and then the bottom apartments, the one on the right was his grandmother's, and the one on the left was his uncle's. And to get up to his apartment, the front door was at the bottom foyer, and it had a light switch at the bottom of the stairwell and a light switch at the top. And if whoever was turned out the light at one light switch, you couldn't turn it back on with the other one. It had to be turned back on with the same light switch. So I had my arms full of stuff as we were packing up to go away for the weekend, and I step into the stairwell, and it's completely dark, and there is something at the bottom of the stairs. It was really weird. It was this, like a large, opaque, almost diamond-shaped, but it didn't have hard edges, cloud shimmering at the bottom of the stairs. And it felt like I was just standing in a wind tunnel of emotions. So there were all these like scary emotions and sadness and weird feelings just rushing by me, but they weren't coming from me. And I just stood there in shock, and I started closing my eyes and opening them and shaking my head because I thought maybe it was just a trick. My eyes were playing tricks on me since I had just walked in from a room where there were windows to a extremely dark hallway. But it wouldn't go away. It just stood there and, well, floated there, I guess, and shimmered, and the feelings got stronger, and I was so terrified. All my hair was, I had goosebumps, and all my hair on my arms was standing straight up. And I remember thinking that I needed to get out of there and go get my boyfriend, but I was afraid that he would tease me, that he'd come back to check, and that it wouldn't be there. So I kept trying the light switch, and since the last person that left, had turned out the light at the bottom of the stairs, it wouldn't work. So I don't know what came over me, but I guess just fear of being a teenager and not wanting to get teased. I just ran full force down the stairs straight at this thing, flipped the light on, threw the door open, and ran out to the car and wouldn't come back in to help load anything else. So about a week later, I finally told my boyfriend what I had seen, and told him that I didn't want to tell him about it because I was afraid he'd be a jerk and give me a hard time. And his reaction was really startling to me because he was like, wow, why didn't you tell me? And then he sat there for a couple minutes and he said, you know that before my grandma lived in that apartment, she used to live on the other downstairs apartment and had rented the apartment out to a tenant who had killed himself in that apartment. So I don't know if that's what I saw, but I definitely saw a ghost, and it was super creepy, and I have never seen anything like that again, thankfully, and I hope never to see one again. Actually, quick third story. I grew up and got married and bought a house out in the burbs, and the husband and I were sitting outside having a drink, and he had built a fire in our fire pit, and the kids were in bed, so we were just enjoying the peace and quiet for a change after 2 crazy little kids running around screaming. And it was very quiet, and then all of a sudden, the loudest, most horrifying screaming, just these shrieks, just started coming from, it sounded like about 15 feet away from us. And I have never heard anything like it. So I got up and just screwed my husband and just ran right into the house, let him deal with whatever it was going to be. And right before I got to the back door to run in the house, the screaming stopped, and it changed to hooting. So apparently it was an owl, and owls can scream like banshees. Who knew? But I guess as I've gotten older, though, I'm no longer worried about getting teased, or maybe it's just because I've got my husband locked down now after marrying him that I don't really care what he thinks. But thanks so much for listening to my story, and keep up the podcast. I absolutely love it.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
And that is a story.
Incredible.
The moral of that is find someone you're not afraid to be embarrassed by.
To tell your paranormal experiences to.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Okay, I'm obsessed with her. I'm officially obsessed. And like the two before the owl are like some of the best stories I've heard.
Yeah.
It's, I just sort of like randomly choose these. Like I don't listen ahead of time because I'm lazy and stuff, but how perfect for this to be this, because I have never heard a story like either of those, Betsy.
No, me neither. Didn't the first one I was thinking it's aliens scanning her.
Oh,
doing a full body scan, dude.
Well, the circle is so visual, and like she kept thinking she was going to get electrocuted, which I understand, but like, what the fuck was that?
I don't
know. And also, that is something paranormal.
Yeah,
for sure.
I couldn't even begin. I mean, I've heard of ball lightning, but this doesn't sound the same, like.
No, that was definitely like the first time I've ever heard about like a ball like coming out of the socket.
Right.
And like, I love also that she's like, I'm standing there wet and naked. and the ball was like, what's good?
Let's see.
She's like,
Let's
don't touch me.
out. Oh yeah.
And then the second story about the diamond shaped thing. Honestly, I've never heard a thing about like that is so unique. I don't know what that is. My instinct is not that is a particular ghost. My instinct is that is a particular portal.
Right?
Okay, remember I talked about synchronicities at the beginning of the pod of like these things happen. So what's really weird about this is Liz's story about the first time she experienced like a ghost was like in her, like earlier in her life when she was moving her grandmother out of her house, was almost that exact story.
Whoa.
with the wind tunnel and with the glowing at the bottom of a staircase, and to the fact that she ran out of the house like through it. Like literally the wind tunnel is if you listen to the Cure Thrift Shop episode, Liz tells a story that is like honestly very, very similar. And the other synchronicity, we talked about my story of the guy who took his own life.
Yes.
The guy who lived in that apartment took his own life.
Yeah.
Those are like weird connections and bizarre that you just pick that randomly.
It's so bizarre because for me to have to like, if I like, you saw how quickly I did, like I wouldn't be able to like sort honestly, and you've asked me for help finding a story before and I cannot do it because I don't take notes. This is truly like I'm bowled over.
Me too.
It's wild.
Wow. And then owl screaming, man.
I know, and then an owl. I love it. I love it. She tells like two of the best stories ever, and then she's like, "Oh, one more, a story of an owl screaming."
It's freaky. I get it. It's spooky.
That's so scary. I don't want to hear any animal screaming.
Yeah.
That's
oh my
too
gosh.
nuts. Wow. Incredible.
I truly got so many chills. I have no idea what a wind tunnel of emotions.
That sounds intense.
And it kind of goes hand in hand with what we talked about with like they tap into your emotions and they like swirling her these emotions that she felt is like pretty cray.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
Oh.
I'm shook.
Shooketh.
Oh my god, I could talk to you forever.
Yeah, we'll need to do a part 2.
Let's do it again because I'm obsessed with the both of you, and I told Andrew it would be an hour, and he started cooking, and you can hear a little of the chopping, but just know he's been really quiet, and I appreciate it.
Oh.
Andrew rules. Tell him thank you.
Yeah, tell him we said thank you. I often side with him on your polls on Instagram.
Everyone sides with him, and honestly, from a producing standpoint, it's what I want.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, we have to do this again. So
Anytime, literally anytime. I'm happy to come back. I have more stories, and the two of you are iconic. Like you also lifted my spirits. I feel like I feel my vibrations are higher than they were when I started.
Mine for sure.
For
You totally lifted my spirits.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So you are working on season 3, but there's season 1 and 2 of Beyond out right now. Anything else you want people to check out? Dragnificent, if you haven't.
Yeah, Dragnificent is on TLC. Oh, thank you. TLC On Demand. I guess, like, if I had to pick a fave episode, I think Amy, there's a Miss Peggy Lafritz. Amy, this woman from Ohio, like, has a food truck, and like it's a really fun episode where they get her in drag and like give her a drag persona.
Yes.
She's really sweet. I also, Laura, the mom, I think it's the mom from Connecticut. It's about like her gay son who's trying drag for the first time.
Yes.
And I've like kept in touch with the family, and she reaches out all the time, and like it's just a really sweet. She has a picture of us up in her office, and like she sent me a picture like, you're always here, like this was one of the best experiences of my life. And like as a reality TV producer, a lot of times they get the story and they get the fuck out of there, but like I'm really proud of like the stories we told and the people that I met, and I just like there's a lot of heart in the show. So if you want to feel good kind of show, Dragnificent is there, and then Beyond is there. Binge it and DM me. I try and get back to everyone that reaches out in regards to Beyond. But yeah, there's more coming. It's been a long road, but there's more Beyond coming.
Woo!
I can't wait. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Can I live with you and Andrew?
Yes, you're both. Please welcome. You're adopted. Come.
Yay!
Dinner will be ready in 30 minutes. Our children.
Thank you so much. And
obsessed.
Have the best evening.
Yeah.
Obsessed. I want to be friends and just like Zoom for fun. So maybe we
should do that.
I'm down for that too.
I'm literally down.
Always.
Okay, I'll email you. You're the best.
Yay! Thank you.
Bye, Mike.
Oh my God, I love Mike Kelton so much.
Man, my mind was blown with stories and wisdom.
Yes. His stories, Wendy's story.
Wendy.
I mean, truly.
Wild.
So I feel like emotionally like relaxed kind of.
Yeah.
Not where I want to be.
I would like to be more amped up, please.
Yeah. Give me something scary. Okay, so in the spirit of needing something to be scared, shall we read a couple of listener stories to round this bitch out?
Let's do it.
All right. This one is called A Terrifying Nap in Spain and a Gary Ridgway lookalike.
Whoa.
Should I look up who Gary Ridgway is?
Yes, I should too. Gary Ridge. Oh, popped right up.
Oh, he's an American serial
killer. Oh, goo.
Oh,
he looks like a serial killer. Goo.
Oh, goo.
Ew.
Wow. I do not like him. So we'll figure out what he's about in a moment. Okay. So.
Yipes.
Hi, Betsy. Hi, Marcy. I heard Betsy on Scam Goddess and was stoked to hear about a funny feeling.
Ooh, cool.
You ladies are absolutely hilarious and have turned a topic that normally scares me to the point of having panic attacks into one of my new favorites.
Whoa, very cool.
That is the biggest compliment.
That's gigantic.
Truly ever.
Whoa.
Thank you for being so awesome and inspiring. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Oh my God. I currently live in Olympia, Washington, and work for a weed company. Hell
yeah, dude. Hell
but
yeah.
I want so badly to move to LA or anywhere along the California coast.
I love it.
I mean,
I love it so much.
the whole coast is dope. Literally.
The whole coast is dope, dude.
Anyways, I have a couple of story things I wanted to share with you. They aren't ghosty, but it's some scary shit that I experienced. Sorry it's so long. I'll be the judge of how long it is. Number 1. In the summer of 2008, my mom and I backpacked around France for a couple of months.
Whoa.
When we were in the Basque region of France, we decided to hop across the border to Spain for a night. Europe's cool. You can just do that.
That's so cool.
We made reservations at what we thought was a bed and breakfast in a tiny town called Zagaramurdi. I think I did it. I was doing it with an Italian accent, but Zagaramurdi.
Cool.
Zagaramurdi. Okay. We had visited the town a few days before and loved it. It's known for its horrific witch trials. Oh my fucking God, I know where this is. Okay.
You do?
I had a friend go there. Yes. Yes, I know exactly where the fuck this is.
Whoa.
Oh my God, this is crazy. Okay, I'll have to tell you about it later. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, it's known for its horrific witch trials and these amazing grottos or caves. I attached a couple photos I took in one of the largest caves. In the early 1600s, over 300 men and women were accused of being witches.
Whoa.
After extensive torture, somewhere between 20 and 60 were judged as guilty. Some died in jail, some were forgiven after quote unquote confessing, and the rest were burned.
Shit.
They even have a witch museum that has a display of some of the terrible equipment that had been used on the victims of the Inquisition. We could feel an eerie sadness and some places a bad darkness. But we still liked the little village. The caves were so beautiful. They weren't anything like what we were expecting them to be. They felt like magic. I don't know how else to explain it. They were huge and very open for being called caves.
Wow.
Anyway, on to the real creepy part of my story. We got to our lodging. This very old, very small lady answered the door.
Cute.
She had adorable.
Cute.
She had big, thick Coke bottle glasses. In my memory, she is sillier looking than she probably was in reality. We didn't speak Spanish and she didn't speak English, so all we could do was communicate in broken French.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
While we were still at the door, I looked up and saw a middle-aged, pot-bellied man cross the long, unnaturally dark hallway. Before darting into another room, he stopped and looked at us. The lady noticed him. It said something in French like, "Oh, he's harmless. That's my son. He's nice but odd."
Oh.
She showed us to our room and we got settled. My mom decided to go for a walk or to see a church or something, and I took a nap because hiking in the Pyrenees is exhausting. Pyrenees?
I can't believe their mom was doing that.
I know.
I couldn't. My mom couldn't wear a backpack. She'd be like, "Nuh-uh, I can't do this.
I'll fall down."
Yeah.
I don't know how long I slept, but after a little bit, I rolled over and opened my eyes to find the quote unquote harmless son standing in the doorway.
No.
The door that I had 1000% locked. Just staring at me, watching me for God knows how long.
No.
He didn't say anything. He didn't move. I think I mumbled something like, "No, thank you, thanks," and rolled back over to sleep. No, thank you, no, thanks.
No, thanks.
Bye.
No, thank you.
Thank God, or the little old lady, or the Mary shrine that was below our window, but nothing else happened that I know of. Soon after, my mom got back and I fully woke up. I told her what had happened, and she said that when she got back, she saw him walking down the hall away from our room.
Oh.
She also said that she didn't want to stay even before I had told her because she was getting such a terrible feeling from the place.
Whoa.
So we GTFO'd and caught a ride with some hippie chicks back to France.
Whoa.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
Listen to your gut.
Absolutely. Number 2, then there was a time I was in 4th or 5th grade at my friend's house and I got up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. and could have bet my left fucking hand that I saw her creepy Gary Ridgway looking uncle crawling up the stairs from their disgusting basement that her mom had decorated to look like an old-timey sitting room and kept full of dolls.
What?
I just ran back to my friend's room and hid under the blankets listening for him to walk by her door, but I never heard him and fell asleep.
What?
I hope you enjoy my stories. There's another one I wanted to share, but it would have been way too long, and it isn't scary, just kind of sweet. I almost caught up to the newest eps. I love the podcast. Thanks for being so dope. Bethany.
Bethany. An uncle crawling up the stairs?
She had 2 real world scares.
This is terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Ew.
I didn't like
what the
it.
fuck?
I don't like it for her.
I didn't like either one for her. Jesus Christ, man. That's just so fucked up.
Having men pop out of the darkness? No. That's my
Not
least
good.
That's the last thing I would like to happen to me.
Yikes, man. That's oof. Those fucked me up.
Yeah, because it truly is like the worst case scenario.
Yes.
Ugh.
I'm glad you got out of that. I'm glad your mom was like, we got it. We're out of here.
Absolutely. Get some hippie chicks, go back to France.
Yeah, that sounds like a party.
And then this serial killer uncle. What the fuck? I don't know. We're missing part of the details of that. I don't understand what
something is missing. Crawling up the stairs.
Oh, God.
Crawling up the stairs out of the basement.
Yeah, I don't like this. You guys look him up. Maybe I'll post a picture. He does look like anyone's father.
Gary Ridgway?
Yeah, like not my dad, but he looks like, I always hated staying the night at other people's houses when their dads were like, I don't know. Most fathers I didn't like besides my own.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
My dad's just so easygoing and not imposing. So, and in the South, I feel like there's a lot of toxic male masculinity.
Yep.
So other dads were not like my dad.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that for sure.
My dad's silly and stuff, not scary.
Right. I remember getting screamed at by a friend's dad during a soccer game in the middle of I almost said intermission, at halftime. I was the goalie, and he was like, what are you doing out there? And we were behind, and I was like, I'm just playing. He's like, you got to get your head in the goddamn game. And I started immediately crying. And I was like, why are you screaming at me, man?
Oh my gosh. Did your parents go yell at him?
Oh, all the parents were like, what just happened? And I told them, and they were just like, what? Dude, and they all were like, what are you fucking doing? Get out of here.
You cannot be screaming at people like that.
Like a 16-year-old or 17-year-old girl just being like, wait, what? It's fucking high school soccer, dude.
No, we're not screaming. Did you see these witch caves?
Yes, I looked. Beautiful.
So beautiful.
So beautiful.
That's really cool. Really cool.
Really, really cool. And that's a spooky witch town. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Man,
spooky.
people should just, if you think someone's a witch, just let them do, just let them do their business. Don't be trying to kill them.
Let them be a witch.
Let them be a witch.
They're not, it doesn't mean anything to you, so who cares?
Who cares? No one's killing your flock of sheep.
Right.
Betsy, you got one for me?
I got one. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
I am.
This is called My Dead Coworker Called Me? That's wild. Okay. Hello. Love the pod. Big fan of you both, etc., etc. Thank you. Here's one of my possible ghost stories that I've been meaning to send in. Excuse me. Back in December of 2016, I was working at a retail store, and being the token young person, trademarked, my 67-year-old coworker Debbie asked me to show her how to use her fancy new smartphone. She wanted to know what it would look like when she got a new text, how the notifications worked, and stuff like that. So I got her number and just texted her a hi. I saved her number into my phone, even though I knew I'd probably never need it. Then, in late January 2017, Debbie suddenly passed away due to a heart attack. Oh. Fast forward to July of 2017, and I was just hanging out at home when my phone starts ringing. And guess whose name pops up on the caller ID? Debbie. My heart started pounding. I answered the call, and it was just silence for about 30 seconds. Then it hung up. As I was freaking out and texting my friend about what just happened, I got another call, but this time from unknown. I was too freaked out to answer. Plus, I don't even answer calls from numbers I don't know. Hell yeah, I don't either. The call went to voicemail and left a message. Oh, I wish I could say I attached it. I wish I could say it's attached as an MP3, but months later, I had forgotten the whole ordeal and cleared all my voicemails. Ladies smacking her face emoji. The voicemail didn't say anything. It was just breathing. There was clearly someone on the other end, not a bot or something. Needless to say, I was pretty weirded out.
Oh my God.
It gets stranger. The next day, I went to work and mentioned it to my boss. She was pretty close with Debbie, and since Debbie didn't have much family, my boss actually helped her husband organize the funeral and everything. I asked her if she received any strange calls recently. She said no. I explained what happened, and she was super freaked out as well. Then, for some reason I don't remember, she asked what number the call was from. I told her it was the cell phone that she had just got in December. I showed her the number, and she compared it to a number she had for Debbie, and it wasn't the same. My boss had two numbers for her, home phone and cell. Neither were the number I had, but I knew this was Debbie's most recent number. I had seen myself text her, but there's also no way my boss wouldn't have had her correct number because she had to call her for work scheduling and things like that. My boss thought the call could have possibly been Debbie's husband going through her phone and not recognizing my name or number. I'm not sure if Debbie actually saved my number into her phone or if it just looked like a random number, texted her hi. But why wouldn't he have said anything when I answered? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Plus, the second call, was that just a coincidence? It was only like a minute after the first call. Whoa. Anyway, I have no solid conclusion and nothing with her happened since then. IDK if it was paranormal or strange coincidence, but it weirds me out whenever I'm reminded of it. Like if it was her as a ghost, why TF would she be calling me of all people? Okay, that's it. Thank you for reading and thank you for keeping me laughing throughout this time. Lots of love to both of you, Jackie. Whoa. That's what I feel it would be like somebody answer, like you would ask or like,
wait, what?
Sorry, like, if somebody answered and you're like, I don't know, let's say you made the call. You're calling a number. If somebody answered, wouldn't you be like, hey, who is it? Like, I'm calling you.
Yes, unless it was like, oh, you thought you were calling someone. You're like, this is definitely not that person I was calling.
But then I feel you'd even be like, oh, my bad, wrong number.
Right. Unless I get a lot of phone calls from some it's like some automated call that's coming from New York and it's in, I think Mandarin. Okay. And I just assumed that it's someone who lives in New York. It's isn't a business that, or it could, for some reason I always think it's a doctor's appointment or something that
yes.
Someone who lives in Brooklyn, where my phone number originates from, is like, like they gave them the wrong number, and I get it. And also, like, you can get like very like, I think like spam calls duplicate things, but it's so strange that it would be like from 2 numbers and they would not say a thing. That at least like my voicemails are always in Mandarin. Like, you know, like I get them and they're in like someone's talking.
Somebody is talking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's strange. And just the whole thing of like, I like Jackie did it one time to text her of like, this is what it's going to look like when you get a text.
Yeah.
And then different phone numbers. She had a burner phone, dude.
Yeah. What was she doing? What was
Maybe Jackie's not dead. Jackie's living it up.
Was it Debbie?
Or Debbie, yeah. Jackie's not dead. Maybe Debbie's not dead.
Yeah, she ran off to the islands with a little boy toy.
Ooh, a little boy toy.
That is very strange, though. And I think that
spooky
electronics and stuff are like a thing that the other side can fiddle with a little bit more.
Absolutely.
They're like, sure, could I wear a long dress and walk down a hallway? Yeah, but it's so easy to call.
Yeah. Let me just send a weird text.
Let's send a weird text.
On. If they're like getting scared, then I'll definitely prop on a nasty dress and scare them. But until then, let me just breathe heavy into the phone.
Let's see how receptive they are. Oh man, these were very, very fun.
Really fun. What a good time.
This was a good episode. Well, you guys, thank you so much for listening. Send in your stories.
Yeah, keep them coming. We love them.
Very funny because I was like, well, I think we'll run out one day. And then looking at our email, I'm like, nope, we're never running out.
Woo! Everybody's got one.
Hell yeah. And we want them.
Yes. We want them. Yeah, thank you all so much. Happy spooky season.
What'd you say?
I said happy spooky season.
Happy spooky season,
What'd you fucking think I said?
You know, I don't know, Betsy. Yes, I don't dank know.
That's fair enough. I don't know either.
Well, that's it. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy. And don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.